We are live with the community, and this is a Microsoft 365 and Power Platform community call covering Copilot, SharePoint, Power Apps, and more. Today is October 9th. My name is David Warner with Quizzitive, your humble host, and I am excited at what we've got in store for you today. So let's take a look at what we're going to talk about. We've got the latest updates on the community, on a number of initiatives, things like the Copilot prompt of the week, which is a fun one this week. We've got the PNP.NET libraries and PowerShell. We've got the latest on script samples and Copilot Pro Dev samples, Power Platform samples, all the samples everywhere. And we've got a new program in our community we're going to be updating everybody on, communitydays.org. So excited for that. We're going to introduce my good friend Tom Daly to start covering that for us. And then, of course, everybody's favorite time, picture time, which is going to count down. And then we're going to hear the snapping of the photos. It's going to be awesome. And then we'll have our three amazing presenters of the day, a couple of first timers. So we're going to show them all that amazing community support that we know we can. Syed's going to kick it off with how to create a task management app with PowerApp and SharePoint. Ivan is going to round out customizing SharePoint forms with Power Apps, and Adam is going to run it out with Run Copilot Run, build an AI running coach using Copilot Studio. So excited for all three of those presentations today. But first, we've got a plethora, which means a lot, of community resources available to each and every one of you, available in our community. These are some very cool things, like, for example, they include our YouTube. Let me just do this. There we go. Thank you. Our YouTube channel, Community Learning Videos, a Microsoft Community Learning channel. Now, this is our YouTube that we break all the rules in all the right ways, which means that YouTube keeps telling us, hey, you should stop promoting videos like every single day. You get better metrics. And we're like, forget it. We have too many awesome stuff to show off every single day. It's all things like this community call and the demos that are in it. Members of Microsoft, members of the community doing really cool stuff. So check that out. Go subscribe today and like all those amazing videos that help provide ease of use of the products and the technologies that we have in our lives. We've also got the LinkedIn group for discussion, open source tooling, all of those sample galleries that I mentioned we'll hear more about today. You do only need to remember one URL to get access to these cool things, maybe two if you're cool. Community.ms is our top level fancy domain, as Chris would call it. Fancy. Wowee! And then, of course, aka.ms/community/home will take you there as well. Now, if you're on this call, hopefully it means you like community calls. Well, we've got plenty others. Tuesday is our weekly product updates with Microsoft speakers. That means you're going to get it directly from the horse's mouth. That's right. Those program managers, those product managers that are building all the cool stuff that we use every single day, they're going to show off and showcase all the cool things that we can see now and in the future. We've also got our Power Platform monthly call, which occurs next week, third Wednesday of every month, our Office add-ins call. And then you may remember that there's been two calls on a bi-weekly basis for Thursday. But as we've been announcing, and I'll just kind of showcase it again, we are consolidating that into one call name, right? So it's the Microsoft 365 and Power Platform community covering Copilot, SharePoint, Power Apps, and more. Nothing has changed except that we're just calling it one thing now. It's still every Thursday, every 7 a.m. Pacific time. Rain, snow. Oh, and it just went away. Copilot is changing things on the fly for us. I have no idea, unless that's a Vesa pilot in the back doing something. I think he's rearranging stuff for us. So there we go. Thank you, Vesa pilot. Really appreciate what you did there. But it's still just one call. It's not going anywhere like the slide made it look like. It is one call every Thursday, 7 a.m. No holidays will break us. We are here for you in the community no matter what. You can get access to all these at ak.ms/community/calls. And speaking of that Tuesday call coming up on the 14th of October, Steve and/or Reed will be here covering the latest on SharePoint Embedded. And then Dara will be back talking more about automating decision-making with AI approvals in Microsoft Copilot Studio. So definitely get access to that at the ak.ms/community/ms speakers call invite. And as you're watching today, you may think, hey, I've got some really cool things that I'd like to show off. Am I welcome to present on these like these other amazing presenters? Yes, absolutely. We welcome you. So all you got to do is fill out this form, ak.ms/community/request/demo, and we will get back to you and get you scheduled. We'll ensure that we get you prepped, and we have a lot of communication opportunities to ensure that you're ready to go. If you've never done it, don't overthink it. Don't second guess it. If you got something cool to share and you're wondering, will others in the community like this? They absolutely will. They absolutely will. So don't hesitate. Even let us know if you need a little support. We can provide you a buddy, help you craft the presentation, even help co-present if that's what you would like. So don't hesitate to ask when you fill out that form. And as you're watching all these other samples being promoted, you may think, hey, I actually have created some cool samples too, but how do I get it into this community environments? Because that place called GitHub is a scary labyrinth of terms like fork and blame and raw and pull requests. I don't know what any of those mean. Well, Sharing is Caring is here to provide that guidance. These are hands-on sessions that walk you through how to accomplish things like contributing via GitHub. Our next session is this coming up Monday, October 13th. So don't hesitate to get signed up. It is absolutely free. It is a safe space, which means we do not record it. So you're free to ask any and all questions that you would like without fear of it going on record, because oftentimes we're afraid to ask a question if we think it's being recorded. We second guess it again, but we're all there to learn. So don't hesitate. Come in. Hugo will be there. I'll be there. And there'll be other members of the community to collaborate with. It's a great way to meet others and learn at the same time. And when you do join the Sharing is Caring, you actually count it as a contribution. And why does that matter? Well, because our community recognition program will recognize that contribution, showcasing your contributions powered by Credly. So we've got all those cool badges. We've got new ones coming up. It's in the middle of superhero season, and look at that, 1.21 gigabit contributor and back to the community. Those are part of the Hacktoberfest celebration. We're still in superhero season. So many cool ways to earn these badges, so many fun opportunities. Hacktoberfest will only be here for October, but the other 8-bit throwback Back to the Future theme badges will be available for the entire rest of the year. So a great opportunity. They're fun, but they are real and they are accredited. And they do show that you're making a difference in the community. So showcase them on your blog, on your resume, on LinkedIn. Share them with your clients and your bosses, because it shows that you are active and you are making a difference in the community like others are not. So definitely be proud of showing them off. Okay, so now let's get into some project-specific updates. So I'm excited because we've got a brand new initiative here that we're going to be showcasing on the call, and that is our communitydays.org updates. This is another opportunity to help out, and I'm excited to bring into the team my good friend Tom Daly to start covering the details of this initiative. Tom, tell me more.
All right, thanks, David. So yeah, if you haven't already found out about this or heard about it, I recommend going to communitydays.org and check it out. Real quick, it's a event listing website, so you can find events near you. And we have I'm the main developer on this project. We're just turning 3 years old this year. So we have a new feature that I've just released a couple months ago about global alerts. So you can go there, you can set up subscriptions and get notifications on the 1st and 15th of every month of events near you. It's highly customizable. And we have a growing group of community contributors, so people that submit feedback, QA, test the site. So we have Samir Makwana, Park Karawani, Jamel Abed, Mike Matarani, Martin Rovkamp, and Daniel Glenn. They all have helped me this month with feedback, testing, product updates. So it's really a community-driven product, and everything that we're doing is to help with events and event organizers and attendees find events.
Awesome, Tom. Thanks for all the hard work. And it's a grown-up threes, a big 3-year-old for this, right? So great job in all the years that you've been doing this. Really appreciate everything you've been doing, and everybody else excited to keep seeing where this is being taken for us. So showcasing all the amazing work that the community is doing on these events, which is a ton of hard work as well. So a great collaborative effort. Okay, we also have our Copilot prompt library, so we've all become efficient, if you will, in interacting and creating that love language with Copilot, learning how to share prompt requests and even use it to shape prompts, as a lot have been doing. It's a great place to showcase those, and it's a great place to contribute because we all already have those. So it's super low-hanging fruit, a great first-time opportunity if you've never done it. And if you do, you could become the prompt of the week. So Diego has it this week. It's a 1980s backstage selfie with music legends. Won't read all of it, but it creates kind of a portrait style selfie featuring some pop figures from the 80s. I'm going to take a chapter out of what Vesta did earlier on Tuesday. So I went in and tried to do this. Now, I will say what I did a cartoon version because when I did a real version, it looked nothing like me at all. So I thought, all right, they were telling me apparently I was too ugly to be replicated in AI, right? So I'm like, okay, we can make a cartoon version, which you could do as fun as well. So really cool, Diego. Excellent job. Thanks for submitting. And this is also showcasing that, hey, it doesn't always have to be just business. It can be fun. It can be used to generate laughs and enjoyment in our life. So look at ways in which you can showcase it for that. All right. We also have PNP.NET libraries. Now, BERT is out today, covering a lot of these. And so version 1.18 is out. Not a whole lot of new updates here, but it's amazing that this is being used in 136,000 tenants, 66 billion requests in October 2025. Now, I will say, while we have no updates, we do have a request. If you are a .NET fan and you want to get involved and help maintain this library, reach out. Right? We're starting to build a new team. We're looking for opportunities for people to get more involved. Reach out to Bert or myself and let us know, and we can connect you with everybody that would be part of that in terms of helping you get more involved. So a great opportunity there. We can high five it like we see the emoji there going on. So definitely reach out. Let us know if you'd like to be involved. I know there are .NET fans out there who would love to start getting more involved and helping shape this in the future. So great opportunity. We also have PNP PowerShell. Some updates here is that new documentation is available. Version 3.2 is coming soon. And of course, Hacktoberfest is here. So if there is an opportunity for you to contribute and there's something that you've been waiting on to submit for the team, do it now so you can take advantage of that Hacktoberfest and get involved. We've also got script samples run by Paul Bullock, and so there's no new samples this week, but this is another great way to get involved. Maybe everybody's been holding on to them, waiting for Hacktoberfest, because we all have utility scripts that we absolutely know and love and use each and every single day. So share them, right? It's a wonderful way. You'll get a dedicated badge, and that is another opportunity. Paul also runs the Copilot Pro Dev samples, so check these out. We've got some new Copilot extensibility samples. Reshmi has added one on finding and apply for volunteer opportunities using Microsoft 365 and Copilot with SharePoint List and Azure AI Search. No code. Type spec by Reshmi. So excellent, Reshmi. Thank you so much. Again, another opportunity. There's currently 54 samples, and you could get us to 55. So would love to see that. And then also our Power Platform samples, snippets, and prompts. So we currently have 71 samples, 60 snippets, 120 prompts. We got some amazing snippets coming in from David, Steve, and Erjan. So thank you all for these variety of snippets. Snippets are a great way to kind of showcase different ways in which you can utilize content and controls within Power Apps. It's a great modular way of sharing those controls in a way that is super lightweight and liquid and modular and movable. So a great way. All right. Well, what time is it? It is picture time. So let's get those fantastic faces ready, get those cameras turned on. We will go into together mode here. I will move this and move that and move all the things. There we go. All right, let's go. We're moving into fall, so let's go into a little bit of a more darker seats there. There we go. I'll get Camtasia going. We're doing good on time. Vesa is warming up. So let's get the, there we go, that Camtasia moving over there. Okay, so we are looking good. All right, I see Adam down there on the bottom. Everybody sees Zhao. Oh, I'm sitting next to Zhao. I love it. There's the man. All right, let's see another, just 1 second if everybody wants to get those cameras turned on. I know Teams has been a little latent, and so we're doing good on time, so we can get all warmed up and get ready to go. All right, seeing Rich. Oh, I see somebody's trying to show up in that front row. Come on, Teams. There we go. Awesome. All right, cool. Okay, let's do the countdown. And we got 3, 2, and 1. And let's wave to the community, everybody. Great to see you all again. Thank you so much for all you do each and every single day in this community. It would not be possible to have these initiatives or projects or programs or calls without the amazing work that you do. So thank you. Really appreciate it. We'll get this shared out on the socials and showcase all of you. All right, so let's move this over, get back to our regularly scheduled program, and let's move on to our amazing presenters of the day. So Syed's going to kick it off. He's going to cover how to create a task management app with Power Apps and SharePoint. So Syed, feel free to take on over the screen if you would like. The show is yours, my friend.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. This is Syed Hasan. Today I'm going to present how to create a task management app with Power Apps and SharePoint. I call these apps a Teska. So before I start, a bit about me. Born in Bangladesh, but based in Malaysia more than a decade. I'm also holding a software engineering degree and started a career as a SharePoint developer. Over time, my focus just shifted to the Power Platform, where I focus on building business apps, automating workflows, and managing data with Power Apps, Power Automate, SharePoint, and Dataverse. I'm also the founder and trainer at LowCodeDev, helping beginners and career changers start their journey in low-code development. Currently, I'm pursuing a master's in computing by research at Multimedia University, where I'm developing an enhanced machine learning model for generating SRS software requirement specifications document. Okay, little introduction of the Tasker. Tasker is a productivity app built on the Microsoft Power Platform designed to simplify our task management for both the individuals and teams. It integrates seamlessly with SharePoint Online, allowing users to create, update, and track tasks in real time with secure data synchronization. App feature visually we have having a visual progress indicator that provide quick insights into the project status and automated export of not started task that already just created the task and then copying the task to the OneDrive Excel, ensuring the structured reporting and better tracking of pending work items. And also by combining PowerApp, Power Automate, SharePoint, and OneDrive, Tasker delivers an efficient and transparent task management experience. So these are the features of the Tasker real-time data sync with the SharePoint list. Any changes made in the app, like any of the changes on progress or the status, it's updated instantly on the SharePoint list. And we can add the new task with details like a task description, priority of the task, start and finish dates. We can also edit and update our task. Then we have a visual progress indicator where we can see what a percentage of the task we have completed. And finally, we can export the not started task to our OneDrive for Business Excel file, which enables structured reporting and proper tracking outside the app.
Hey, Syed, real quick, do you is there your audio is coming through kind of choppy? Is it possible that it's a mic placement? Are you using a headset, right?
Okay, am I clear now?
It's been coming in and out. I just wasn't sure if maybe the mic placement on your headset could be adjusted. Maybe I don't know if it was too close or maybe just up too high a little bit. It was coming through a little choppy, but if you could maybe just adjust it.
No, now is it okay now?
Yeah, it seems to be okay, but we'll see. It was in and out before too. So let's take it away. Don't want to delay, but just thought we'd double check that. Thank you so much. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay, no, it's okay, no problem. Can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah, it's still a little choppy, but let's go ahead and move forward because it's still coming through enough, I think.
Okay, thank you. So these are the connectors on Tasker. I have leveraged SharePoint Online, where I'm saving all the data of the Tasker securely on the SharePoint list, ensuring the data is well synchronized and protected within the organizations, providing a reliable and secure environment for tracking and managing projects, and also the Excel Online business, where I'm saving all the not started tasks on my Excel Online file, ensuring the task records are well organized and easily accessible, providing a reliable and structured environment for reporting. Okay, so how it works, let's start the demo. So this is the app. So when I start the app, at first, on my first screen is showing the dashboard where I can see how many completed tasks I have, task in progress, not started, and the blocked. At the same time, I can see all the tasks on my gallery. Then I can also filter the gallery based on the status, let's say blocked or the completed, in progress, and also not started task. I can also reset my control status. Then again, I can see all the tasks on the gallery. On this screen, this is basically the upcoming tasks that I have, which are not yet started, and which showing the date, how many days left, and assigned to whom with the picture. On the dashboard, I can see the title of the task, the progress bar, the status, the visualization, the percentage of the task, as well as how many days left. Then when I click tasks, I'm having a screen where I can create a new task. Let's say I'm adding sample task item, sample task item, task priority. Let's say I'm choosing high, finish date 9, assigned to me as I am only the single tenant, save task. Once I save task, it will show the task on my gallery on the dashboard, which is not started, and also reflecting on the dashboard over here that 2 of the tasks has not been started yet. Now, here, these are the tasks haven't started yet on my upcoming task. Let's say if I click here, I can filter the not started task. Let's say if I choose my current date, then on my current date, these are the tasks that has not been started with the details of the date, the status, and also the priority. Now, on the dashboard, I can also edit the task. Let's say I click sample task. From not started, if I click in progress and click update task, then we can see here the task has been updated to the in progress, and also the visualization of the percentage is moving to 30%. This percentage actually depends on this percentage column, which is a customized column, it's a calculated column. This percentage column basically relying on the progress column field. So when I click sample task, then change to blocked and click update, then it will change it to 20%. And the status will be changed from here, blocked. Now, from here, we can see that only one of the tasks has not been started. Now, here's the catch. When I click this paper icon, I can see the not started tasks are copied to cloud file successfully. So what's going on over here is when I click this icon, at first it's sending the email with the not started work details. At the same time, when I go to OneDrive, click on the file not started works, it's also copying the not started work details on our Excel file online. Again, if I want to see my profile, I click here and I can see my whole profile containing my position, company, the job, my email, my current location, and also the logout. Again, if I log out, I can also change it to dark mode. So basically, this is one of the features I added over here. So some of us we like a dark mode version of the app. So I just added these features. Yeah, okay, that's all from the Tasker. So this is how the overall the Tasker app is going to work. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. And this is that's all from my side.
Awesome, Syed. Very, very cool. And as you started kind of doing the demo and slowing down a little bit, the audio came through better. So thank you for that. Really, really cool work. Appreciate it. Great job. Love it. We'll have to have you come back and show a little bit more in depth. Timing is great for you and showcasing it. But we'd love to, I think people would love to see the behind the scenes too on kind of how you built it. So we'll definitely have you back and have you show that off. It'd be really, really cool. Ivan, feel free to take on over the screen as I get you introduced. Thank you, Syed. Ivan is one of our Thank you. Yeah, one of our first-time presenters on the call. So him and Adam are going to be our first-time presenters. We want to welcome them with open arms. Ivan is going to talk about customizing SharePoint forms with Power Apps. So, Ivan, take it away.
Okay, let's talk about customizing SharePoint document libraries with Power Apps. So a little bit about myself first. Based in Sydney, Australia. I'm one of the co-founders of SharePoint Gurus and the Compliance Tracker 365 SharePoint app. I was a Microsoft MVP in SharePoint from 2007 to 2011, Time Magazine Person of the Year in 2006, and my LinkedIn, X, Twitter contact details are there if you want to reach out after the session. So there are a number of different options for customizing lists in within the environment. So JSON formatting is a very popular option. See a lot of presentations here within these sessions on that. Just like Syed presented, Power Apps is a great way of creating a very customized environment. And if you've got the skills, then SharePoint framework can be a great way to really take control over that full canvas. But what I want to show today is an option that's not maybe as well known, which allows you to customize the SharePoint forms with Power Apps. So why do this? Well, there's a number of benefits. The user interface is presented to as soon as the user goes to work on your SharePoint list, they're going to be presented with the custom interface. They don't need to don't need to launch a separate application or anything like that. You get a lot of flexibility in how you want to lay those controls out on the canvas. You can add additional validation logic quite easily to the forms. You can change options so that users may not be able to select, the options available for users may be restricted depending on their permissions or the current state of the form. Another benefit is that the guest users are still able to interact with these Power Apps, these customized SharePoint forms using Power Apps, whereas normally guest users aren't able to use Power Apps forms. So that's big benefit there. There are a few drawbacks. There's a bit of a learning curve in figuring out how to make the changes that you need. And there's less information available online about customizing SharePoint forms in this way, certainly compared to all of the information out there on working with Power Apps. All right, so before we delve into the anatomy, let's just bring up my demo environment here. So we're just working with some documents in the scenarios kind of for employee onboarding, can be anything really. So looking at our document library at the moment, this is just a out-of-the-box form. If I go and open up these properties here, this is the standard edit form experience that you get out of the box. I'm using a customization here, just some JSON formatting on a text field here to give me this edit properties button, but we haven't actually customized the form at this stage. So to customize the form, I simply go to the integrate menu into Power Apps, and I have the customize forms option there. It's going to take a few seconds, so let's switch back to the slides. So the main components that we're going to be working with that we'll see within Power App Studio when it finishes loading is we'll have an app component, SharePoint integration component. You'll have a screen, and the screen component will include a form component. And within the form, generally, you're dealing with lots of data cards that represent each of the individual fields within the form. There will be a data source back to the lister library that you're customizing. You can bring in other data sources if you want as well. We'll have some variables there if we want to if we need them. All right, so now we're in the PowerApp Studio. We can see those objects that we talked about here, the app, the SharePoint integration component. Our main visual component here is the screen component, which contains the form component, which we can see here. By default, for some reason that I don't fully understand, it doesn't bring through all of our fields, but that's okay, because if we edit our form component, we have a fields property here, and from here we can just add in the additional fields that are already existing in our library. Just pick a few here to fill out the demo. Use that one and this one here. And we'll add those. So those fields just get added to the form. We can see these data cards, which are the controls that it uses for visualizing the field and its label. Those just been added to our form just pretty basically here. So my first trick, I like to add a text control to the form. So just from the insert menu here, got my text control. I'll just move that down here out of the way of the rest of the information. And I'm going to change the value of this to the 1.0. If I go back to my tree view here, I can see that control sitting here on the screen. This is just really something that I use during the development stage. So I'll usually name it something like debug. All right, so that's our initial version of the form. We go ahead and publish that. And that's it. We've published, we've customized our SharePoint form, and we can now experience it. Let's just take a quick look at what the out-of-the-box experience is like. So our buttons appear down here in the bottom. It has quite a specific look, and the look is a little bit different when we see the PowerApps, the default PowerApps form. So I'll just refresh my browser here, and hopefully that will be enough to bring through the updated version. That seems to be the case. Okay, so you can see slightly different look here. Our save and cancel buttons appear up here rather down at the bottom, and the default look is definitely kind of got a very strong kind of PowerApps influence. You have a lot of control over that, as you could see from Syed's demo. So we'll come back to this text control in a second, but the next thing I want to talk about, show, is adding some additional validation logic. So what we want to do here is on the save event, we want to customize, we want to add in some additional rules here. So in this case, we're looking at our SharePoint integration object, the on save event, and that just submits the form. Let me expand out the text here. I'm just going to, want to do one more thing before I do that. The field names, the name of the field controls are pretty terrible. The data cards have relatively good names, but these start getting kind of relatively meaningless. So I'm just going to come in here and change this and say it's my status combo box. So I'll give it a name that I find easier to work with. And then just going to add an if-else condition into the SharePoint integration on save event. So rather than just submitting the form, it's going to check to see what the value of that status combo box is set to. If it's draft, I'm just going to show a notification message just for demo purposes. If it's not draft, then it'll do the submit form event. So now I'm going to change my text label here from version 1 to version 1.1. We will publish that. And so now when I come back into my control here, even if I refresh my browser, we'll usually see that the latest version of the form hasn't come through yet. So if I open up this, it's kind of hard to tell whether I'm working with the latest version or not without this text control here. So is my validation logic there? I could spend, and I certainly have spent, hours testing forms with wrong versions. with this, I know that it hasn't picked up the version 1.1 yet, and so I can just close that, refresh it again, and usually 2 refreshes are enough. And okay, now we've got version 1.1, so now I know I'm working with the most recently published version that I did in the form, and we can just validate that. I'll set that to draft, which will fail my save condition, which will give me this notification showing up here. But if I have that set to review and hit save, it goes through and makes the necessary change. All right. So next thing I want to another trick, I guess, that I use is this an idea of a process field. This is not a field that the user directly interacts with. It's one that that we use behind the scenes. So generally, this would be hidden in the final version of the form. The way I use this is I set the process field to true when the form is saved through PowerApps, and then I can do some checks. I can hide fields. I can use that kind of indicator to trigger off different rules. So the first thing I need to do to make changes to this data card is unlock it. Do that there. That allows me then to change the properties of the data card. And in this case, the property that I want to change is the update property, which is here. By default, that just pulls through the value. And instead of that, I'm just going to hardwire that to use true. So if I save through the form, it's going to set process to true or yes from the SharePoint perspective. So I use my trick of updating my version number there so that when I publish this, back to my form, I'll do 1 refresh. Is it a 1.2 yet? Still at 1.1, so no point testing it yet. Another refresh. Still 1.1, so third one should definitely do it. There we go, 1.2. So that should have the logic built into it. I don't have to make any changes. As long as I save the form, then we'll see that process is enabled. So what I would normally do is within the views, I can maybe hide items that have process set to true. So that kind of takes them out of the user interface, prevents other users making changes while it's in the middle of being processed. And then once the processing is finished, I reset this field, which brings them back into the user interface. This would generally be then paired up with a flow along these lines. So when the list item or the file is created or modified, I'm going to check that process field. If it's true, I'll do stuff to it. I might be renaming that file. I might be moving it to a different folder. I might be going through a validation or approval process, whatever it might be. Once that's finished, I reset that back again to false, making it visible again through the user interface. All right, those are kind of the couple of points that I wanted to show off with what you can do with SharePoint forms for this demo. I have some links available here in the slide deck, which I shall make available. Potentially another time we can show how you can migrate your forms that you've customized from one site to another site or tenant. There's a great article in Microsoft Learn on the SharePoint form integration. There's a white paper from Microsoft as well on how to do that. And of course, there's the PowerApps 911, Shane Young's videos on all about PowerApps. That's it from me.
Very, very cool, Ivan. Thank you, and welcome to the community call, my friend. Very great job. Excellent. Appreciate you sharing that. And yeah, we'll definitely have you back to show off some more. So great job. And Shane says thanks too. I was just talking to him yesterday, so no doubt he's grateful for that share. All right, we are going to move to another first-time presenter. Adam, feel free to take on over the screen as I get you presented, my friend. He is going to talk about Run Copilot, Run Build an AI running coach using Copilot Studio. We got to start out with a little exercise audio, right? Some music going on here. He requested, so we got that done. Adam, take it away.
Thanks for the intro music, David. We couldn't get the rights for the Rocky soundtrack, could we, David? But I think that'll do, though. So thank you for that one. So hey everyone, my name's Adam. I'm going to walk you through, or maybe I should say run you through a fun little project I've been working on to help improve my running and also improve my hands-on maker experience with Copilot Studio. But first, here's me. I'm a Power Platform principal consultant at Robiquity, a Pluralsight author, and also co-founder of the Norfolk Power Platform user group, which is right here in England, UK. So today I'll be talking about how I've created an agent to help with something that I enjoy doing outside of work, which is running. So I've done lots of races, quite a few marathons along the way as well. So I'll do my best to focus this session on Copilot and not talk about running too much, I promise. I've got a couple of demos coming up, but I do just want to run through one more slide and explain why I kind of went down this path and why I had this idea. So firstly, if you are training for a race, then it's definitely advisable that you have a running plan if you want to achieve a certain time. Now, there are some good plans out there online, but they are still quite generic and not really tailored towards you. They assume that you have your weekends free and they don't really cater for your own kind of personal circumstances. Now, you can create one with the normal Copilot and ChatGPT, but unless you really know what you're asking for in a running plan, then you're probably not going to get a great running plan. So my idea was to build an agent that would ask you the questions that it needs to ask you about your goals and your pace and your schedule, create you a personalized running plan, store that plan, and then send you daily reminders on what your workout is for that day, and then maybe act as an AI coach as well that you can ask questions to about the plan. And I wanted to do all of this using a low-code, no-code approach. So I started in what I believe is now called Copilot Studio Lite. So that's when I'm going to go to my first demo of two. So I'm just in the kind of a configure mode of this agent, this running planner agent. So let's have a look at what's going on. So most of this is dealt with in the instructions, and what I've done in the instructions, you can see I've used the what I would call the RTCF framework, which stands for role, task, context, and format. Now, RTCF is usually a prompt framework, but it seems to work quite well in the agent instructions as well, I've found. So for the role of this agent, I've told it that it's a professional running coach. For the task, create a personalized running plan. I've given it a lot of context. I'm not going to read this all out, but just for example, I've told the agent that there might be new runners using this, so keep the tone very supportive. I've also added all of the interaction rules and what question the agent should ask. And then lastly, and very importantly, the format. I've told the agent what the plan should include and how I actually want the output to be seen on screen. Just scrolling down a little bit, I've given it some trusted knowledge, so trusted websites which contain good running plans that I've used before and that the agent can learn from. And then I've suggested some starter prompts as well, just to give the user a head start. So let me just take this for a quick spin before we go into Copilot Studio. So got a prompt here. So create a running training plan for a 5K race. Want to achieve a time in 1959. I have 12 weeks to train. So I've already given it 3 of the variables. So it shouldn't ask me for those 3 there. So yeah, it's going to ask me 5 other questions. So how many days per week would I like to train? 5. Let's go Monday for my long run. I'll just use this what I've got here. So what's your current running level? Advanced? Do you prefer miles or kilometers? Miles, and no injuries. So if I just put those other inputs in that it's asked me, it should now follow the instructions and bring me back a running plan, which is displayed in the table. It should contain a long run on Monday, which I asked for, 2 rest days, and it should contain easy runs and also interval running and tempo running. So there we go. It's a pretty decent training plan that's put together, customized towards my inputs. Now this does look great, and it's given me a good mix of all the running styles there. But what would I do with it now, though? Would I maybe take a screenshot or copy and paste it into Excel I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to continue to use the technology, right? So this is where I thought I need a bit more power. So I went into Copilot Studio and extended this agent. So I'm going to jump into my second demo. And this is where things start to get a bit more interesting. So firstly, I'll just run through the front screen. So again, just got some instructions here. Kept it a bit simple because most of the work is being done in a topic. But I've got two tasks here. One is a running plan creation task, and it asks the agent to use this create a running plan. I'll run through that in a second. And the second task is to answer queries on the plan using the knowledge base, the knowledge source, which is the Dataverse. And as part of the topic creation, as when you create the plan, it saves the running plan down to the Dataverse, and that's how the agent is able to query the running plan. So if I just go into the topic, here's my topic, create a running plan. So when this gets triggered, it goes straight into a prompt. If I show you that prompt, here is the custom prompt that I've created. It's quite a lengthy prompt. I won't go through it all, but it talks about how to create a running plan based on the variables that it gives you. I've also asked for the output to be in JSON because then it's easier to deal with in the Copilot topic. As you can see here, this is an example of the output on the right-hand side here. It's got the day of the week, the type of run, and distance, time, pace per mile, and workout description. If I just jump back to my Copilot topic, you'll notice that if I just go back to the top, there are no question notes. It's just straight into the prompt. And what I've done is I've added all of these as topic variables, added these as the inputs for the prompts. And I've given those topic variables descriptions, so the agent knows what questions to ask the user. So I haven't actually added any question note in there. It then gives us the output in JSON. Remember, from the custom prompt, I've passed the JSON, and that's so I can use the outputs in my adaptive card, which is down here. Now, this adaptive card I could probably talk about for the entire session, to be honest, but I'll just have to go through this very, very quickly. So if we just scroll down to the bottom here, this displays the training plan back to the user in an adaptive card format. And the bulk of this is done by this container down here. Basically, it just loops through all of the variables that is from passing the running plan. So the day of the week, the distance, workout description, they are all in there. And I'll give it a run through in a second. Once it displays the adaptive card, the user can view it, and then it asks the question, are you happy with this plan? If no, just takes you back to the start, just loops back to the start, and you can go through the planning again. If yes, then it calls a flow, save training plan to Dataverse flow, and all that does is it grabs the JSON output and stores it into a Dataverse table, 1 day per row on the Dataverse table. So if I just give this a quick go as well, I'm going to turn on the activity monitor so we can see what's going on. And I've got a prompt here that I'm going to put in. So please create a training plan for a distance of 10K. I want to train 4 weeks, 6 times a week, and I want the plan to start on 10/06, 2025. I'm an advanced level runner. Now, as you can see, just on the left-hand side here, this is the custom prompt that I've created, and it's already answered quite a few of these questions. It's taken them from my initial prompts. So it should just ask me, I think there's a couple more questions. So what is your target time for the running plan? I'll go for sub 40 minutes. That's going to put that in up top. And then I think there's one more variable. So what day would you like to schedule your long run? Like a Tuesday. So that's very unconventional. So enter that in. And there we go. It's got all our variables. So now what it's doing, remember, it's passing all those variables to our custom prompts, calling that custom prompt, and it'll be putting together my personalized running plan. It's then going to pass that result back in JSON format, which we won't see because it then passed the JSON, and then it displays it in the adaptive card, which is going to appear just in time, any second now. Here we go. So there's our adaptive card displaying our training plan on the right-hand side. There's got all of the upcoming sessions for our 4-week training plan. You can give that a review, and then if you are happy with your training plan, you would click on yes, and it would call the flow and save it down to the Dataverse table. If not, you just click on no, and you can run through it again, try and get yourself a better training plan. Now, I won't do that because I've already got a training plan in. And if I just jump back to my slide for a second, here's where I was just asking it some questions earlier on my training plan. So you can see I've asked it what run is on the run planner for today. And on the left-hand side, you can see it queried the running database that I've got saved on Dataverse. So it pulled back that the workout is workouts, and it's consisting of 5 times 1 kilometer runs. Then I've asked it a second question, what day is my longest run on? And it's found the longest run for the table, which is on the 17th of October, distance of 12K. Now it's in Dataverse. Obviously, it opens up new possibilities, like maybe connecting it to other parts of the platform, Power BI possibly. You could create some dashboards, a report on your running, or maybe you could use Power Automate to send you some daily reminders, which is exactly what I've done. This was my email this morning, and as you can see, it matches the workout description that it told me from the chat over there. 5 times 1 kilometer runs at 5K pace. Gives me the weather as well, and also an inspirational quote. I think I've just about got time to run through the flow. It's a very simple one. Again, just occurs every morning. Just got compose of today's time, and then it lists the row, which equals the date from the compose step. Get the weather forecast. I'm based in Norwich in the UK, and then it just runs through this. If the run is equal to a rest day, then it shows me a slightly different email, which has, in fact, I can show you, it's just down here. So this is my rest email. So it's just got some of the AI coach's rest tips, as it's called, what to do on a rest day. And then again, an inspirational quote to get you ready for your next run. And then if it isn't one of those, then it'll go down the workout and it'll send you that email that I sent you earlier. So look, this has been just a personal project for me, but it has got me, hands-on with lots of Copilot Studio. So topics, topic variables, JSON, adaptive cards, and Copilot flows. And just like David said at the beginning of the call, it's not all about the huge use cases, right? We can use this technology for a bit of fun, and also for our personal lives as well. So thanks everyone. I think that's pretty much all I was going to show. So I will pass back to David.
Adam, excellent job. Thank you so much. And yeah, I want to echo what you said, that technology is not all about business and not all about getting the job done. Sometimes that job is enjoying life. And so I really appreciate how we're able to mix in the technology. We have it all around us anyways, right? In things like our watches and phones. So why not bring it together using some of the technology that we work with each and every day in our day jobs and make it better. So very, very cool. Thank you so much. And a huge thank you to all of our presenters today. Syed, Ivan, Adam, again, Ivan and Adam, welcome to the community call. Thank you for your first time presentations. You both rocked it. Excellent job. We'll definitely want to have you back. All right, everybody, let's wrap this puppy up. Get it? Puppy. Okay, yeah. So we've got our Discord server that's got over 2,900 members. We're getting close to 3,000. You could be the one that gets us there if you're not already in the Discord server. So definitely come and join. It is absolutely free, aka.ms/community/discord. And then we would love to get some feedback from you around these calls. Anything you're looking for us to kind of go do. What is already working, that's great too. We love to hear positive feedback. Lets us know that things are working and you're enjoying it. So that is more than welcome as well. The recording will be available in 24 hours or less on the Microsoft Community Learning YouTube channel. You can go access that, as we have mentioned at the start of the call, aka.ms/community/YouTube. Definitely hit that subscribe button and it'll alert you as soon as the video drops. You can also follow on all the social networks, X/old school Twitter, Blue Sky, and LinkedIn. Our next Microsoft 365 Power Platform community call is 1 week from today, October 16th. The next Microsoft 365 Power Platform Microsoft speakers call is 2 days before that, just a few days from today, next Tuesday, October 14th. You can get access to all those calls and the invites, and I encourage you to download them, get them on your calendar, aka.ms/community/calls. Thank you, everybody, for being the best part of our community and making the community what it is. Have a great rest of your week, a wonderful long weekend for some of those in the States, and we will look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye-bye.